Ed, are you okay?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's wrong?
I've got a job interview.
A job interview? That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, but they want me to talk about something.
And what is it?
Oh, I can't say. It's too stressful.
Okay, well, if you can't say it, just write it down. Oh, nested and correlated subqueries? That's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
First, I'll teach you about what the difference between correlated and nested subqueries is.
And then I'll teach you which is better in SQL for performance.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is find the subquery. The subquery is the query that we find after the where. So finding attribute 2 in select, whatever. And here we have the inner query, which we can see in the brackets, and out here we have the outer query.
So you're already familiar with the nested subqueries, since whatever's in the brackets only executes once.
But for a correlated subquery, the inner query here executes more than once. Or in other words, every time the outer subquery is executed, the inner subquery must also execute.
But why does the correlated subquery execute more than once?
Well, that's for a simple reason. Because in a correlated query, the inner query references to some value in the outer query.
Okay, so what if I wanted to return all the students whose grades were greater than the average of all their classmates' grades?
Let's look at an example. Here we're looking for the student ID and the name from the student table as S, where the grade is greater than the average grade of all students from that same class. Now, the important thing to notice here is this S. The reason why this is a correlated subquery is because this S is referring to from the inner query is referring to the same column as the one in the outer query, and this is why the correlated subquery runs more than once.
And this is important because correlated subqueries improve the SQL performance when only a few rows are retrieved through the outer query, and especially when outer queries where clause which limits the number of rows retrieved can use an index.
In other cases, views and joins are likely to be more efficient.
I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. Alright, thanks.